Tara, Tara, where are you? Oh my God, Tara, 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 help, she's not moving. Who could have done this to Tara Benson? And what could she have really done to deserve this? Well, this is how it all started. Greek High International College was not just a school, it was a world of its own. A world built for the children of the wealthy, the powerful, and the influential. Set on a sprawling estate with perfectly trimmed lawns and towering palm trees lining the long driveway, the school looked more like a luxurious resort than a place for learning. Its main building resembled a presidential villa with grand columns and wide marble steps leading to an arched entrance flanked by golden doors. Everything about the screamed wealth, power, and prestige. The school grounds were always immaculate, as if no leaf dared to fall out of place. A fountain stood at the center of the courtyard, its crystal clear water sparkling in the sun. Surrounding it were statues of prominent women in history, lawyers, activists, and politicians, all meant to inspire the students. Yet for many, the grandeur only served as a backdrop for a more cruel reality. Inside, the classrooms resembled conference rooms, equipped with leather chairs and sleek wooden tables polished to perfection. State-of-the-art projectors hung from the ceiling, and the air always smelled faintly of lavender and expensive wood polish. Even the laboratories looked more like research facilities, with the latest technology and every tool imaginable, ready to support the scientific ambitions of future doctors and engineers. But in this world of luxury, it wasn't the facilities that held the most power. It was the students. Greek High was not open to just anyone. The fees alone were enough to exclude the average child. Only those from the most affluent families, business tycoons, top government officials, and prominent politicians could afford it. The school prided itself on its exclusivity. The students, dressed in their perfectly tailored uniforms, moved about the hallways with a confidence that came from knowing they were untouchable. They were used to being admired, envied, and above all, obeyed. Among these elite students was Tara Benson, the only child of Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Benson, one of the well-known politicians in the country. Tara was used to luxury. She arrived at school each term in one of the family's sleek black SUVs, escorted by security. Her long, dark hair always perfectly straightened, and her uniform looked like it had been made specifically for her, because it had. Tara walked through the school halls like a queen, and in many ways, she was. Tara had a cousin, Amanda, who was her closest friend and constant companion. Amanda's family was wealthy, though not as powerful as Tara's. Still, the two girls were inseparable, bonded not just by blood, but by a shared sense of superiority. Together, they ruled the school, and their favorite pastime was making life difficult for those they considered beneath them. There was one group of students who suffered the most under their reign, the scholarship students. These were the few admitted each year on the merit of their intelligence and need, their tuition and expenses covered by the school or wealthy benefactors, like Tara's father. To Tara and Amanda, these students were charity cases, unworthy of the privileges they enjoyed. Everything was going smoothly for Tara until a scholarship student, Precious, joined the school for a new session. Precious is a poor orphan from a very poor background. She lives with her grandmother, but she is very content, smart, and intelligent. Precious met with Tara's father in one of his charity outreach programs, and her brilliance melted his heart. and he offered her a scholarship program. Tara was happy to see Precious join their school because she will be added to her list of bullies. When Precious entered the school environment with her bags, she was wowed. To her, it was like paradise. For Precious, the offer was a dream come true. She had always wanted to attend a school like Greek High, and when she first set foot on the campus, she was in awe. Everything was more beautiful than she had imagined. The marble floors gleamed, the hallways were decorated with intricate paintings, and the students moved about with an air of confidence she had never seen before. It was a dream come true for Precious. She settled into her room and changed into her school uniform and headed to class. A few steps in, a teacher with a kind face and sharp eyes approached. "You must be Precious," she said, her smile warm but curious. "Yes, ma'am," Precious replied, her voice steady, though her hands fidgeted behind her back. "I'm Mrs. Sonia. Welcome to Greek High," the teacher said, giving her a once-over that made Precious acutely aware of every frayed thread in her uniform. "Come with me. I'll introduce you to the class." Precious followed, her heart pounding with every step. They stopped outside a door marked Class 11A. Mrs. Sonia opened it and gestured for her to enter. The classroom fell silent as Precious walked in, eyes darting toward her from every corner. Rows of polished desks filled the room, each occupied by students who looked as if they had stepped out of a fashion magazine. Every head turned, every gaze assessing, judging. "This is Precious, our new scholarship student," Mrs. Sonia announced, her tone cheerful but detached. "She's joining us this year, and I trust you'll all make her feel welcome. Be nice to her," she said. "Introduce yourself," she added. "My name is Precious. I am a scholarship student, and it's nice to meet you all," she said with a smile. "Oh, you are one of my dad's charity cases," Tara said, and the whole class laughed uncontrollably. Precious never felt bad because she knew how rich children could be, and she went to her seat smiling. After class, Precious went back to her room and met her roommate. "Hi, I am new here, and I am your roommate," Precious said. "Nice to meet you. I am Aisha, and I am your junior. I am also a scholarship student," she said. "You are in the almighty Tara Benson's class. I hope you are not feeling the beast already," she asked. Precious looking confused. "She bullies the scholarship students and the teachers," Aisha added. "Well, her father is nice, and he has helped me and my old grandmother." After the long conversation, they both headed to the kitchen hall. As Tara and Amanda spotted Aisha and Precious taking their food, she took her food and poured it on Precious. "Have you ever tasted this kind of food before? This school is for queens, not beggars." Every other student busted into laughter. Tara's favorite target was Precious, the scholarship student. Precious was everything Tara wasn't. She was humble, kind, and determined. She had grown up in a small village, raised by her grandmother after losing her parents at a young age. Despite her circumstances, she had excelled in school, and her brilliance had caught the attention of Mr. Benson during one of his charity events. Moved by her story and impressed by her intellect, he offered her a scholarship to Greek High. All the teachers and staff of Greek High International College, even the principal, Mrs. Smith, would respect and care for Tara and Amanda just to be in the good books of their parents, but they weren't nice to any of them. Even students of the school are always at her mercy. In class, Tara would be pressing her phone instead of paying attention to her studies, and no teacher dared to correct her. Ugh, when are you leaving? Tara would ask rudely, and the whole class would burst into laughter. Not only that, she would also chew gum in class just to disturb her classmates and disrespect her teacher. But Precious soon discovered that beneath the beauty and luxury, Greek High could be a cruel place. Tara made sure of that. One afternoon, Precious was in the library reading and slept off. Tara and Amanda entered and emptied a dustbin on her. The smell of the dirty bin woke her up. "What is all this?" Precious said, breathing heavily. They burst into laughter. Other students looked at the scene but couldn't say anything even when they knew Tara and Amanda were wrong. Who dares question anything she says? Aisha, looking from the corner of the library, escorted Precious to the room to clean up. In class, Precious would raise her hand and answer all the questions with a beam of a smile on her face, and the whole class would applaud her. Tara, seeing this, felt like her spotlight in the school had reduced, and Precious is beginning to be the center of attraction. "She annoys me. I hate her," Tara said aloud in her room with Amanda. "I know, right?" "I think we should teach her a lesson," Amanda said. "Okay," Tara answered with a sigh of relief. The next morning, Precious got ready for school and drank her favorite tea before starting her day. In class, Precious felt a sharp pain in her abdomen and she started sweating profusely. She fell to the ground and was rushed to the school clinic. "I told you I would do something about it. I can't stand you being angry," Amanda said to Tara, and they both hugged each other, laughing. Back at the school clinic, you are diagnosed with food poisoning. "What did you have this morning?" the nurse asked. "I have only had my favorite tea that I drink every morning. It's not possible," Precious said, but she was sure that Tara was the only one who was up to no good. After her discharge, she reported to the principal, Mrs. Smith, who promised to investigate and punish the culprit. But Tara didn't stop there. She told Amanda to put pepper in Precious bathing water, and she was in pain all through the day. But the school authority did nothing about it since they knew Tara and Amanda were involved. Another time, it was her textbooks soaked with water and putting different insects in her school locker. One afternoon, Amanda was in the dining hall when she tripped and fell. Precious, on seeing this, ran to her table. She helped her up, carried her, and rushed her to the school clinic for proper care. All other students stood in awe, including Tara, who looked clueless as Precious cared for Amanda despite the bullying. As Amanda was lying on the hospital bed, groaning in pain, she couldn't stop thinking about how Precious helped her even when her best friend could do nothing, and was thinking of how to make it up to Precious for all her bad acts. Back in their room, "I need to apologize to Precious for everything," Amanda said. "What for?" "It's the least she could do. She is getting everything here for free," Tara said loudly. Amanda started acting nice towards Precious and other students she has bullied. The students and teachers were surprised at the new development, but happy. This didn't sit well with Tara. Nobody feared her anymore. She decided to deal with Precious. During break time, she texted Precious to meet her on the rooftop and told her not to come with anyone. Precious thought she was ready to reconcile with her and hurriedly left the class for the rooftop. On getting there, she didn't see Tara, but saw her phone on the floor. She rushed to the edge and saw Tara on the floor, and she's not moving. She ran to the principal's office and narrated all that she saw. Tara was rushed to the hospital for proper care. Everyone in the school wondered what could have happened on the rooftop, but thankfully, she only fractured her legs, which could get better with physiotherapy. At the hospital, Tara's parents invited the police. The police asked if she remembered what happened at the school. She explained that she wanted to make peace with Precious and invited her to the rooftop, but she pushed her instead. After the police left, Tara said to herself, "I hate that girl." She wanted to turn everyone against me, including Amanda, she said to herself. Back at school, it was a different scenario. Amanda had already gone to Mrs. Smith, the principal, told her about how she was the culprit. A few days ago, Tara said she would invite Precious to the rooftop and push her. So yesterday, when I saw her going to the rooftop, I followed her, and while arguing, I mistakenly pushed her. Precious has nothing to do with this, she said, crying bitterly. When the policeman got to the school, the principal explained everything. But the victim told me a different story. The senior policeman said, "Can Amanda follow me to the hospital?" The senior policeman added, "I am so sorry, Tara. It wasn't intentional," Amanda pleaded as soon as she entered the hospital ward. "It's okay. We can tell everyone that Precious did it." Tara said, unknown to her, that the police came with Amanda. Then the policeman entered the room, and at the end, Precious was cleared of all allegations. Tara and Amanda both apologized to Precious and all other scholarship students that they had bullied. They were also mandated to go through therapy to heal and reflect on their wrongdoings. I hope you enjoyed the story. If so, please like the video, share it with your family and friends, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap on the notification bell for more interesting stories like this one. Goodbye.